All right, so this is 6.1, Workplace and Apprenticeship 30. And we're looking at number 2 here. We're talking about using this diagram that's on the coordinate plane here. Reflect the shape over the x-axis. So here's the x-axis, right? That's the horizontal axis is the x.
Right.
Reflect the shape over the x-axis and then label the vertices A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So these would be the image points for the original vertices here. So A prime would be now the image point. So if we reflect, and I might just zoom in here a bit so we can see this a bit better. Okay, so if we're going to reflect this shape about the x-axis or over the x-axis, you basically take this point A, and here's the x-axis, the horizontal black line. So you count 1 unit from the x-axis, and you would go 1 unit the exact opposite way, and that would be A prime. Okay. Over here, B, it's exactly 2 units from the x-axis. You go 2 units. There's B prime. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go in the same vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's C prime. D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you go in the same vertical plane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's D prime, and here are your points. And now you simply connect with a ruler, preferably. My lines won't be very good, but you would connect those points with nice straight lines, and then you'll be able to see that this is the reflected image there. Okay, does that help for 2A?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, and label the state their coordinates. So the final part of that would be, A prime is, and you always start from the 0, 0, the origin, and you count left, right first. That's the first coordinate. So to get to A prime, we're going to go over 1, 2 units in the right direction, so that's positive 2. And then we're going to go up 1. So A prime is the coordinates for A prime are 2, 1. And we'll do the same thing for B, C, and D.
All right.
So those would be the coordinates for all 4 of those points.
Mm-hmm.
B says reflect A, B, C, D, E. Did I miss one? A, B, C, D, E? Wait, what? A, B, C, D. Where's E? A, B, C, D. Is that a typo? That looks like a typo to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I kind of freaked out for a second there. I'm like, I totally missed an E. Okay, so reflect A, B, C, D over the y-axis. Okay, so now this is the original, right? The original diagram over the y-axis. You do everything the exact same. So you just flip it over, right? It's flipped over horizontally. So here is, and what do we want to label the coordinates? Double prime. So here is, A double prime. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the y-axis. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just flipped over. It's like a mirror image. For A, here's the mirror, right? It's looking at itself in the mirror. For B, here's the mirror. It's going to look at itself in the mirror. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on this, we'll go over 6, and then go over 1. And then you connect those dots there, and that's the reflection there. And you, of course, label those points. And probably state the coordinates so you can finish that up.
Okay.
All right?
I understand.
Get it?
I understand.
Awesome.
Good.
Okay. Now, do you want me to do 3 as well? Because 3 is the rotation now.
Yeah.
That's tricky. That's tricky, okay? Very tricky. But what you want to think about is you want to think about this thing, and I guess it's going to be over here from where you're looking at it. And you're going to rotate it. I'm going to, because the camera's backwards, it's going to be hard for me to do that. But it says rotate the following image 270 degrees clockwise. So, of course, clockwise goes this way, right? There's clockwise. 270 degrees, 270 degrees, let's say it's over here, right? So it's going to have to go 90, then 90, and then 180, and then another 90 to 270. So this thing right here, this circle is going to have to rotate all the way around till it gets to about this position. See that? It's going to go.
Yeah.
It's going to go around the horn. Okay. And actually, the way you're looking at it goes this way. Okay. So how do we do that? And that's, again, that's going to be a little bit trickier. But the way I like to think about this, okay, and this is maybe going to look a little bit weird, but if you kind of go from the origin, let's do Z here, okay? So there's the Z. Now, if I go 90 degrees, I'm going to literally take this coordinate here, and I'm going to move it up 3 units up and then 1 unit over, right? And then I'm going to move that down 3 units and then down and then 3 units and then over and so on. So we're going to have this thing move once this way, twice this way, 3 times this way. That's a total of 270. So here's going to be your Z. Okay. So Z is going to go up there. It's going to go down here. It's going to go over here. You see that?
Yeah.
And that's going to be 270. So that's going to be Z prime. So you could do that with Y as well, right? You go, there's Y. So instead of going 1 over and 3 up, you're going to go 1 up and 3 over. Okay? Then you're going to go 1 over and 3 down. Then you're going to go 1 down and 3 over. So it kind of rotates 90, then rotates 180, then it rotates 270. So there's going to be your Y prime. And you know what? Worst case scenario, honestly, worst case scenario, if you take a little piece of paper, okay, and you just put your piece of paper on your workbook, and you press really hard, and you trace your X and Y, and then trace out this shape. And then rotate, like literally rotate it 90 degrees, then grab the paper, rotate it 180, take the paper again, rotate it 270. If you want to do that, that's kind of a good way to kind of get that picture in your head. But if you go coordinate by coordinate, I think that's a good way to do it too, and just kind of piece your coordinates one at a time. Okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's the solution manual for that, the 2B there. Here's the picture, right? The diagram.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
And then number 3 there. Number 3. Here should be your new coordinates. Okay. So when you're done, you can kind of just double check your work with that. Okay.
Okay.